Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about week 2 of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I feel like week 1 was amazing. Week 3 is usually the best week of the sale, so there might be like a dip in the sale here where it's not as good. I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm really excited. I haven't looked at these yet, so I will be finding out at the same time as we are talking about it. Quick note in terms of just like channel quality and all things this. I did get a new webcam, which I am very excited about. I just really don't have time to fight with it today. It has a really annoying like autofocus thing going on, and I am working 3 12-hour shifts this weekend. I'm working 12 hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's Labor Day weekend. And today is my one day off before that starts, and I don't have time to fight with this camera right now. So I will figure that out soon, just not now. So this video with crappy quality will be getting better soon enough, just not today. Which I hope is okay because we're mostly going to be talking about the pretty pictures that I put up right here. So without any further ado and me blabbering, let's get into week 2 of 21 Days of Beauty. All right, so I'm checking out week 2 of the sale on my phone. Let's see what we have. First day of week 2 is Sunday, September 3rd. The first product on sale is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I love this concealer. I actually have 4 different shades of this concealer, and that's less of a testament to how good the product is and more of a testament to how hard it is to find the correct shade. The shade matching is very hard, especially for getting this online. Tread very carefully with trying to match your shade because I have screwed up so many times. They run very yellow, so even if you tend to be yellow toned, maybe lean neutral because in my experience, even the neutrals are very yellow. All of that notwithstanding, this is a phenomenal concealer. It's great under the eyes, all over the face as like a foundation product. I use it for that too. So highly recommend you pick one up for $17.50. That's an amazing deal, especially considering that this thing is like twice the size of a standard concealer. If you still haven't hopped on this bandwagon, now would be an excellent time to do so. Next on the 3rd, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Primers and Setting Powder. So I've never tried the setting powder, so if you know anything about that, let me know down below. I've also never tried the primers, but I've heard that they're like a gripping primer, like the tacky kind of serum stuff. I don't think that $19 is worth it for that. You can get some really amazing ones at the drugstore. Elf has great ones. Hard Candy makes one for like $6. That's amazing. I still don't think $19 is worth it for a gripping primer, but you know, if you're interested in trying it, I'm sure it's fine. Next on the 3rd, like I said in the last video, I've never tried anything from Dermalogica, but their Super Rich Repair Moisturizer will be on sale for the low price of $47. Thank you, but no. I love really thick hydrating moisturizers because I'm a dry skin girly, but I am also a very pore cloggy, acne prone girly, which is a really tough thing to navigate. And I found out recently that stuff that has shea butter in it is more likely to clog your pores and give you acne. This has shea butter in it, so it's an instant no, but just sharing that tidbit in case you have like pore clog, acne prone skin, and you didn't know, there's like a whole list of ingredients that can clog the hell out of your pores and make you have worse acne. So a lot of them are in moisturizers and a lot of them are like for really extra dry skin. So that's kind of the thing that I'm fighting right now. But yeah, just for your knowledge, that could be the problem if you keep breaking out because of your moisturizers. Anyway, off of that sidebar. Next, they have a few different products that they're calling Conscious Beauty. I'm wondering if this is the same as Clean Beauty. And I say Clean Beauty because, like, I don't know, I kind of think it's a scam. Like, it's been pretty well demonstrated that the ingredients that they demonize in, like, Clean Beauty don't actually mean anything. It's mostly, like, preservatives and stuff, and, like, everything has preservatives at this point. So, like, I don't know. It's like people are like, oh, but the chemicals. And I'm like, everything is chemicals. Like, who cares? I don't know. We're drawing the line at putting this on our face. I don't know. Anyway, if that's you and you care about that kind of thing, they have all of these that are going to be on sale. Kapari has a moisturizer. Dime has an eye serum. I don't know Dime, but I'm sure that's fine. Indie Lee has a cleanser. A couple different products from Cora's. I don't know. They have a skin drink serum and a moisturizer, and then a few different serums from Volition Beauty. I'm sure all of these are fine. I've never tried any of them. I'm probably not going to. I don't really want to pay a premium for something that isn't important to me. The last product for September 3rd is the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment. I have heard very good things about these in terms of their lasting power and their color saturation. So they're very, very saturated in color and they last forever and ever. I have swatched these in store. They have a very, very thin formula, which I think is a good thing in a liquid lipstick. I just don't really use liquid lipsticks that often, and I have formulas that I like, so I don't really feel the need to spend $15 on a new one. But if you're looking for a new one, especially one of these beautiful, like, bright colors, like the bright pinks and the dark reds and things like that, this might be worth looking into because it does have a really nice formula. Moving on, Monday, September 4th, r.e.m. Beauty liquid eyeshadows. So I've heard really good things about these, and normally I would be like, I don't really care. I don't want to spend this much on a liquid eyeshadow, but they're going to be $8, which for me is not really that bad. I don't know, like none of these look particularly impressive, except there's this one shade that got a ton of hype. It's called Fembot. It's basically this like warm pinky brown with a bunch of blue sparkle in it, and it is so right up my alley. I'll think about it. If I'm placing an order on the 4th anyway, I might just toss it in the cart, but if there's nothing else on the 4th that sounds good, I don't feel like I would make an order for just this. So let's go find out if there's anything else on the 4th that I'd like to be ordering. Next, the Jaclyn Cosmetics 2-in-1 tinted brow gel and brow enhancing serum. So my guess is that this is like, tinted brow gel, but also has their like really popular brow growth ingredients in there to help your brows grow faster. If you have really sparse brows, that might be great. I've heard wonderful things about Jaclyn's products for brow growth and lash growth. I personally do not need that. My brows get very thick and very bushy very quickly, so I will pass. But this might be good for you if you're into that. And also if you're gonna use the same brow gel every single day. Like I feel like you're not gonna see results if you don't use it every single day, so just keep that in mind. Next on Monday the 4th, we have the Fresh Black Tea Age Delay Eye Concentrate. I have never tried this. Like I said in the last video, the products I have tried from Fresh were chock full of fragrance and just really not good for my sensitive skin. However, my mom has used the black tea line before and she seemed to really like it. I don't know if she tried this product specifically, but the black tea line is good for anti-aging purposes. So if you're looking for an eye serum cream type thing, this might be nice. I don't know. I still feel like $34.50 is pushing it, but that's just me. Next on the 4th, we have the Sola Wave 4-in-1 Radiant Renewal Skincare Wand in Rose Gold. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's red light therapy. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I've heard some decent stuff about red light therapy. This is more for like fine lines and wrinkles than it is for acne. I know there's also a light therapy for acne. If this was the acne one, I would actually probably consider it, but it's not. If you've ever tried red light therapy for anti-aging, let me know your experience because that's kind of intriguing to me. I wonder how that works. Also on the 4th, the Elemis Pro Collagen Energizing Marine Cleanser. I will not be spending $33 on a cleanser. That's really pushing it for me. And I did just buy the First Aid Beauty one from last week, and it was only $12. So I'm set for cleansers for a while. Yeah, I am going to be placing an order on the 4th. Yeah, maybe I'll toss in that Ariana Grande liquid eyeshadow, but the Persona DreamSticks cream blushes are going to be on sale for $13, and I will be picking up at least one, if not two, different colors. I have been wanting to try these for forever. I love Persona. I love their powder blushes. I have their cream bronzer that I think is beautiful. I have a couple of their lip glosses. Like, they make top-notch products, and I've been wanting to try these for forever. They have a beautiful nude shade that looks right up my alley, but they also have a true red, which I have been so obsessed with true red cream blushes lately. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I will definitely be picking up at least one of these. Very excited about that. September 5th, Tuesday. The first thing is the COSRX Snail All-in-One Cream. I know that there is so much hype around the COSRX Snail Mucin right now for pretty good reason. It's a good product. It's very hydrating. It's very nice for your skin. I've used it on and off in the past, and I have tried one of the Snail moisturizers before. I don't know if it was the same one as this, but I liked it fine. It was a nice moisturizer. One thing that I think everyone should be aware of, though, is that the Snail Mucin does not necessarily react with everybody's skin the best. So some people, it could be prone to breaking you out. I don't actually know if what was breaking me out when I was using it was that or some other ingredient, but I broke out on and off while I was using it anyway, and I didn't notice any like fabulous difference in like the radiance of my skin or anything like that. Like I felt like it was hydrating. It was nice, you know. I don't think snail mucin is necessarily the miracle ingredient that some people say it is, but if you would like to get a new moisturizer and you'd like to see what the hype is about, I feel like $13 is a pretty reasonable price. So I wouldn't not recommend it, but I would say to tread lightly, especially if you're sensitive and things tend to break you out. Next, on the 5th, we have the Peach and Lily Wild Dew Treatment Essence. I've heard great things about Peach and Lily skincare. I don't really use it for 2 reasons. They tend to use fragrance and niacinamide and a lot of things, and I try to steer clear of both of those things. This is, looking at the ingredients list, basically a niacinamide toner, so I will be staying away from it. But if you like niacinamide and your skin responds well to niacinamide, this might be a good one for you. Also on the 5th, Pure face primers are going to be on sale. I don't know, I've tried a couple of these in the past and I don't really feel like they do a lot. I've gotten them in like BoxyCharms or whatever. I don't feel like they do much. Maybe the redness reducing one since it's green, but like just get a green color corrector, you know? Like I don't feel like you need to spend this much money on a primer to do that job for you. They're fine. Like I'm not going to say you should spend $16.50 on them though. While we're speaking about Peach and Lily though, the Peptide Pro Firming Moisturizer will also be on sale. Apparently peptides are a really great moisturizer ingredient. They're good for anti-aging or whatever. I don't know. I don't really use peptide stuff. And the ingredients list on this thing is so long that I don't even want to read it. I'm just going to tell you I will pass. Finally, for September 5th, the Jaclyn Cosmetics Sun Bathe Powder Bronzer. So I actually found this at TJ Maxx for like $6, and I had heard recently one of my favorite YouTubers say that it was one of her favorite powder bronzers, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I picked it up. It's very nice. It's a nice powder bronzer. It smells like coffee. It's, you know, the packaging is very nice and heavy and feels good and all that stuff. But I don't know if I would say it's worth $16. I feel like you can, if you're gonna spend $16 on a powder bronzer, I would tell you hands down to go get the L'Oreal one instead. It doesn't smell like coffee and the packaging's not as nice, but like, it's a better bronzer. I don't know if I think it's worth that. It's nice though, like if you buy it, I really don't think you'll be disappointed by it at all. And if you've had your eye on it, I would say do it now. But if you weren't even really thinking about it, I don't think it's worth spending your money on, personally. Moving on to September 6th, we have the Shiseido Essential Energy Hydrating Cream. They're going crazy with the moisturizers on this sale. I have never heard of this. I don't really know anything about this, but the ingredients list is questionable to me. Denatured alcohol is like the 4th ingredient, which dries out your skin, so it's kind of a silly thing to put in a moisturizer. It's got a bunch of different fragrance ingredients. I personally am good. No thanks. Next on September 6th, though, very exciting, the Smashbox / Becca highlighters are going to be on sale. I feel like I did say also in my video a couple weeks ago about things I don't think are worth it. I think I mentioned these highlighters, and I don't think they're worth $42, but for $21 for a pan of highlighter this big, like they're pretty good. All right, they're pretty good for that price. And I haven't seen them at TJ Maxx in a long time, so I don't know if you're going to see them at TJ Maxx again. So if you've been interested in trying one of these, maybe try it now. My favorite shade and the one that I'm going to recommend to you hands down is Opal. Opal is honestly the only one on this list that I would recommend for $21. Champagne Pop is the one that everybody loves, but I don't think Champagne Pop is as great as people make it out to be. Opal is the one, okay? Opal's the one. Moonstone, I feel like, is kind of lackluster. It's not that shiny and not that impressive, but Opal, and I've heard Rose Quartz, is actually phenomenal. So if you're gonna get one, maybe one of those two. Also on September 6th, we have Live Tinted's eye cream and serum stick. I know nothing about either of these products. Apparently it's a hyperpigmentation serum stick. I guarantee you, yeah, it's a niacinamide serum. I'm good. Brightening eye cream, also got niacinamide, so I'm not gonna get it, but I don't know, maybe they're fine. I don't know anything about Live Tinted. I occasionally see their products, but I know absolutely nothing about them. Also on September 6th, Clinique's Even Better Concealer. I've heard very good things about this concealer from Emily Noel, I think it was, but otherwise I haven't heard it get much hype. I really like the Even Better foundation, so it stands to reason that this is probably a nice concealer. I just have far too many concealers, so I personally won't be picking it up, but I think if you do, you probably won't be disappointed. I've heard good things, and I trust the Clinique Even Better line. Also on the 6th, the Elizabeth Arden Retinol Ceramide Capsules. I'm so sorry, but even spending $27 on 30 of these is so wild to me. You just get a retinol. Actually, these ingredients aren't totally terrible, but personally I wouldn't do it, especially since I think putting them in these capsules is such a silly thing to do. I don't know, that feels really wasteful to me. I would say you can get a cheaper retinol. And finally, for September 6th, the Philosophy Dose of Wisdom Bouncy Skin Reactivating Serum. I don't think I would ever put something by Philosophy on my face, just purely because I think of them as being this aggressively fragranced brand. In my mind, I think of the perfume, I think of the body washes, stuff that's aggressively smelly, and I just don't want to put anything like that on my face. Speaking of Philosophy, the first product on September 7th is their Amazing Grace perfume and their Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere perfume. I have heard that the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere perfume is absolutely beautiful, and I'm very tempted to just pick up a small one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm have to think about it, okay? Oh my god, not this again. Okay. Clarins, again, the double serum eye firming and hydrating concentrate. So in the spring, the double serum for the face was on sale. Now the double serum for the eye is on sale. I guarantee you they're not that different, number one. And number two, listen to me. The ingredients in this are so wildly underwhelming that I cannot fathom why anybody would spend this much money on something this just utterly basic. It's water, propanediol, glycerin, and squalane, which are all pretty run-of-the-mill hydrating ingredients. Caffeine, which great, you can get a caffeine eye cream for $10. Couple other typical ingredients in any given moisturizer, followed by fragrance, very high on the ingredient deck. Oat kernel extract, avocado oil, that stuff's pretty hydrating, but it's below fragrance on the ingredient deck. You've got mostly fragrance and then those things. I don't know. I don't think this is worth it literally at all. And the amount of money that they charge for it, the audacity of that is buck wild to me. The Buxom Powerline Plumping Lip Liners, I doubt entirely that they are actually plumping, because I feel how is a lip liner plumping? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. If you've ever tried these, are they actually plumping? I don't really see the need for a plumping lip liner anyway. The plumping lip glosses are great. I just don't really see the need for a plumping lip liner, but whatever. I don't know. If you're looking for a new lip liner, I'm sure this is great. Buxom makes really nice lip products, but I'm good personally. Something that I will absolutely be picking up, About Face eye products are going to be on sale. So they have all of their eye products. Wow. So they have the eye gloss, the brow pencil, the eye primer, the mascara, eyeliner, all those things. What I will be picking up is at least one shade of the matte eye paints. Again, I'm really into liquid shadows lately, and I have heard that these are so freaking good. And yeah, I'm always looking for my new favorite neutral liquid eyeshadow. So definitely will be picking up at least one of those. Next on September 7th, a couple of different moisturizers from Murad. Like I said, this is really the sale of the moisturizers. It looks like one of them is more for dry girlies and one of them is more for oily people. The vitamin C one with SPF 30, probably more for dry skin, and the oil and pore control mattifying one, which is SPF 45, probably more for my oilier people. I still think these are way too expensive to be worth it, personally, and I don't know. I know people talk a lot about Murad being really, really good skincare. I personally, nothing I've ever tried from Murad was life-changing for me. I don't know. I don't think they're worth the money. That's just my take. And finally, speaking of skincare that I don't think is really worth the money, a couple of different things from Strivectin. They have their tightening and sculpting face cream. This is $50 still. For God's sake, this cannot be worth it. Yeah, it looks like a pretty run-of-the-mill moisturizer in my opinion. Not for $50. Come on, you guys. And then this dark circle brightening eye serum. I swear to God, if this is just vitamin C, please just get a vitamin C serum. You can get them for $15. It kind of just looks like a vitamin C serum to me. Personally, I think these are way overpriced. Even worse than Murad overpriced. Just ridiculous. So personally, I don't recommend. Next up, Friday, September 8th, we have a couple of different surprise steals. There will be one from Tarte and one from Glam Glow. I will keep you updated on my community tab for what those are. But next on the 8th, Estee Lauder's Revitalizing Supreme Plus, a few different products. I don't know. My mom loves Estee Lauder skincare, swears by it, says it actually really works. I have never, ever dropped this kind of coin on a moisturizer, and I'm not going to start now. Half off. I mean, yeah, I have dropped that much coin on a moisturizer, but am I going to recommend it? Not really. I mean, Estee Lauder is super heavily fragranced and kind of run-of-the-mill these days. Like, I know that at the time it was very, like, revolutionary skincare, but these days, I mean, it's kind of dime a dozen at this point, in my opinion. If you're an Estee Lauder freak, then, get your discount, girl. I know that some people are, like, live and die by Estee Lauder, and that's totally fine, but I don't think you need it. Oh my god, I just mentioned this. Speaking of the Even Better line from Clinique, the Even Better foundation will be on sale for $17.50. This is a really nice foundation. I really like this. I don't really hear people talk about it. I personally picked it up at a Marshall's, I think, and I would pay $17.50 for it. The SPF 15 thing is whatever. That's not enough sunscreen, but it has a really nice finish. I don't know. It's very skin-like. I don't really know how to describe it. It's nice. I recommend it personally if you're in the market for foundation. I always end up looking at myself later in the day and being like, holy crap, what foundation am I wearing today? And that's like my hallmark of a really strong foundation. So I personally think this one's worth it. Also on the 8th, a couple of products from Peter Thomas Roth, which honestly in my mind is so overpriced. It's actually insane. They get really good reviews though. So let's see, the Water Drench Cloud Rich Barrier Moisturizer. So I've tried the regular moisturizer, the Water Drench one. This is the rich version. I don't know. It doesn't look like it has really like pore clogging ingredients in it. So I don't know, maybe this one is good. I just bought a new moisturizer, so I don't really need one, but I don't know. I'm going to reserve my judgment on this one because it might actually be really good. The Firm X Peeling Gel, I don't know what that is, but it kind of sounds like it's going to be a gimmick. Is this just a face mask or something? Oh no, it's like an exfoliating scrub thing. If you guys have ever used the like e.l.f. peeling exfoliant thing, it's not actually making your skin peel. It's in the formula to make it pill up like that. Yeah, this is definitely a gimmick. This is for sure a gimmick. Like, listen, yes, it's in the formula to make it pill up so that you can exfoliate your skin. The little pills exfoliate, right? Which is more gentle than a legit scrub. That's true. But the way that they try to market these things is that it's like making your skin peel while you're using it. That's not what's happening. So if you're looking for a really gentle exfoliator, maybe this is nice, but I just want you to know that the way that they advertise it is a gimmick. If you go in with that knowledge and you want to try it anyway, more power to you. Another Beekman 1802 product is going to be on sale. This one is the Milkshake Hyaluronic Acid and Squalane Facial Toner Mist. This might actually be really nice. Like I said in the last video, I've heard really good things about Beekman 1802. Hyaluronic acid and squalane are fantastic hydrating ingredients. They're not like expensive hydrating ingredients, but they're good. They're good at what they do. Ingredient list kind of checks out in line with a lot of their other products. I personally have toners that I know for a fact work for my skin, so I'm going to pass. But if you're interested in trying Beekman 1802 and you want like a face spray type deal, this is probably really nice. And then finally for September 8th, we have the Crepe Erase Lift and Smooth Neck Firming Treatment. The packaging is what's going to get people. It's got like little roller balls on the end, so you can like roll it onto your neck. Interesting. Personally, I've always been like, I don't really think you need a separate neck cream or like separate skincare for your neck. The same skin on your face and your neck, just use whatever you use on your face. That's just my take. And by the way, that is an important reminder that you should take your skincare down your neck. It's important to take care of the skin, by the way. Use your skincare on your neck and maybe don't bother spending $30 some odd on separate skincare for your neck. And finally, we have the last day of week 2, Saturday, September 9th. First one is a surprise steal from Coach. Probably going to be a perfume because I don't think Coach sells anything else at Ulta. I've tried a little sample of a Coach perfume and it was fine. Like, it smelled okay, but it had no lasting power. So that's my take on Coach perfume. I don't know. Next is the IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. I've heard very, very good things about this, and I feel like I'm going back and forth with myself about whether or not I want to try it. Because I really like the Your Skin But Better CC cream, the like classic IT Cosmetics foundation. My one problem with it is that for me these days, I am very dry, and it's too matte for me. Something with glow in it from them in like similar packaging really has my attention. Plus, the CC cream has SPF 50, which is mineral, which I love because most foundations have chemical sunscreen and chemical sunscreens tend to break me out. The IT Cosmetics one has SPF 50 mineral sunscreen. This one has SPF 40, and I'm curious if it's also mineral. No, it's chemical sunscreen. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'll get back to you. Also on the 9th, IT Brushes for Ulta. highly recommend these. They're selling a few different sets, and every brush I've tried from It Brushes for Ulta are like phenomenal quality. I think you really can't go wrong if you're looking for some brushes. Check these out. Absolutely. That's all I really need to say. They're just really, really great brushes. I fear I'm about to have to go on a little rant here. Beauty Counter's lipstick and gloss are going to be on sale Saturday, September 9th. And here's why I think that you absolutely should not buy these no matter how cheap they get. Okay, so here's the thing. Beauty Counter is a multi-level marketing company. So what that means is that it's similar to those older makeup companies like Mary Kay and Avon and things like that, where they're not sold in stores, they're sold by reps. Like, people go around and ask all their friends and their families to buy it, and they get a commission from that sale. But more importantly, what they really need to do to make money is recruit other people to sell product and get commissions from their sales. So you start up here and you recruit people and you recruit people, and you see how this is a pyramid scheme? Like, yes, you make money from the product, but if you actually want to rise through the ranks, you cannot make enough money from just selling the product. You have to recruit people underneath you to really make any big money. And most people still won't make big money. I mean, the Federal Trade Commission has a document out that shows that 99% of people who join MLM companies will not make a profit. If they're lucky, they'll break even. And if they're unlucky, like most of them are, they will lose money. So number one, supporting Beauty Counter in any way, shape, or form makes me feel icky because I don't support MLM companies point blank across the board. Number two, even bigger problem with Beauty Counter is, you may have heard me say earlier, MLM companies don't sell in stores, they sell through reps. Beauty Counter now sells at Ulta. They did not even bother to think about the fact that now no one is going to bother buying through reps because you can just buy it at Ulta. So everyone who was making even a meager living through selling Beauty Counter products is now going to get robbed of all of that business because now they're in Ulta. They basically made a completely unilateral business decision that is going to harm all of their workers. All of the people who are representing them are going to be hurt by them making this unilateral business decision to help their own bottom line. Again, makes me feel really icky. I don't like it. Personally, I would not recommend buying any products from Beauty Counter now or at any time. All of this is my opinion, obviously, just covering my own ass. This is just my own opinion. I'm not making any accusations about them or stating a fact. I am simply stating, in my opinion, I think it's icky to support MLM products. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Anyway, with that rant over, final product for September 9th and final product for week 2, Lancome Genifique products. They have the serum and the night cream. This is kind of a cult classic skincare product, similar to like the Estee Lauder products that we talked about earlier. And again, similar to the Estee Lauder products we talked about earlier. These were life-changing, phenomenal, unique, different at the time that they came out, but I feel like nowadays they're not anymore. Looking at the ingredient list for the Genifique serum, it is very run-of-the-mill, and in fact, I actually kind of think it's harmful. Bifidoferment lysate, we talked about in the last video as well. It's basically fermented yeast, and it's a really great anti-aging ingredient. The thing is, you can get bifidoferment in way, way cheaper forms than the Genifique serum. This is wildly expensive, like wildly expensive serum. And you just don't need to pay this much money to have it. Not only that, you don't need to pay this much money to have bifidoferment with denatured alcohol as the 4th ingredient, meaning that it's literally sucking moisture out of your skin, and a bunch of different fragrances. So personally, I don't think Genifique is worth it anymore. I think that we're past the point of needing to spend $120-something on bifidoferment. But again, I say that with the caveat that if you're the person who has been using Genifique for 20 or 30 years or whatever, and you love it and nothing will ever replace it, pick up a couple while it's on sale, by all means. But if you have heard the hype around it and you're curious, I would say it's really not worth your time or your money, in my opinion. That got kind of negative at the end there. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so negative. But yeah, I do feel like there's kind of a lull in the sale this week compared to week 1. Hopefully, we're going to bounce back for week 3. However, there are still a few products that I'm definitely planning on picking up, and there are a couple of surprise deals that I will keep you posted on as the week goes on. So with all of that being said, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like down below. Maybe leave me a comment. Let me know what you're going to pick up. And if you want to see the video for week 3 when it goes live, please do hit subscribe down below. I would absolutely love to have you. It means so much to me. And until the next video, bye you guys.